जास्त राधे श्याम राधे श्याम। राधे श्याम 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 राधे 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 श्याम राधे श्याम श्याम। हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल।
Of Govardhan, and it would come to this place, and when we walked down this little lane here, coming to this lake, we were greeted by Srila Sanatana Goswami Prabhupada as he is sitting there doing his bhajan and meditation upon the pastimes of Radha and Krishna. So this place that we're at now is known as Manasi Ganga. And the story is told that one time Mother Jasoda and Nanda Maharaj, they had a desire that they wanted to take their son Krishna and bathe him in the Ganga. Now, sometimes you might say, well, that's pretty extraordinary that they wanted to do that because the Jamuna is flowing here in Vrindavan. And I've heard that the closest place that the Ganga flows is practically either 80 miles or 80 kilometers away. It's a good distance. So they informed Krishna, they said, we want to take you there and we want to bathe you in the Ganga. And Krishna said, Nanda Bala, Mother Jasoda, there's no need to take me all the way to this other place to bathe me in the Ganga. The Ganga is just here in Vrindavan. They said, what do you mean the Ganga is here in Vrindavan? They said, yes, I'll take you. If you don't believe me, I can take you to the place. So then Krishna, he took Nanda and Jasoda here to Govardhan, and this beautiful lake was formed. And he said, this is the Ganga. He said, by my will, Ganga Devi manifest here. And then they said, well, why did that happen? So then Krishna explained to his mother and father, they said, well, one day I was playing with my cowherd boyfriends in Vrindavan. And when we were playing, one Asura came in the form of a calf who is known as Vatsasura. And I killed that Asura. But after I killed the Asura, all of my cowherd boyfriends, they became very nervous. And they said, oh, Krishna, you've done something which is very bad. You've killed a calf. We don't want to play with you anymore. And so he said, well, what must I do in order to atone for this sin? And so these were just boys, and they were thinking, I said, go bathe in the Ganga. So by Krishna's will, Ganga Devi manifest here. So this is none different than the Ganga, this water that we see before us. And many wonderful pastimes of Radha and Krishna took place here at Manasi.
And the pastime here will, and all the pastimes that we hear here, will demonstrate why Govardhan Hill is Hari Varya Dasa. Either way. Means that it's the best, he is the best servant of Krishna. Now in the scriptures, you hear this term several times. In the Srimad Bhagavatam, Maharaj Parikshit heard so attentively, he was called Hari Dasya Varya.
You can't hear in the back. You should put this up and turn it up.
Meaning that it has to be, can it be turned up a little bit, or it's okay? You can hear? I was mentioning in the scriptures, it uses this term Hari Dasya Varya, the best devotee. And it's used to describe Maharaj Parikshit. It's used because he heard so nicely Maharaj Yudhisthira. Of course, in the Srimad Bhagavatam, it also says Vaishnavam Yata Shambhu, that Lord Shiva is the greatest devotee. He's the best devotee. Now, different acharyas have analyzed this. They've compared Govardhan to Lord Shiva. Now, why is Lord Shiva considered the best devotee? because on his head he is holding the Ganga. And the Ganga is so sacred that because the toe of Vishnu, Lord Vamanadev, pierced through the universe and the Ganga flowed. But Giriraj Govardhan is holding on his body Radha and Shaimakund. And Shaimakund is made by the foot of Lord Krishna. And Lord Vamana is only a part of a part of a part of Krishna. And even greater than Shaimakund is Radhakund. Because of Radhakund, Krishna himself prayed to get the service of Srimati Radharani. So Govardhan is the best devotee in many, many ways. He gives his whole body. We'll go to one place, Rasa Stali, where the Rasa dance happens, right on the body of Govardhan Hill. And when Giri Govardhan ecstatic symptoms, then the hairs of his body in the form of grasses come up and then nourish all the cows of Vrindavan. The Swami, he prays, Pramada Mandana Lila Kandare Kandare Te. Kandare Kandare, Kandare means cave. So there are caves on Govardhan Hill, and in each and every cave on Govardhan Hill, there are the pastimes of Radha and Krishna. So here during the day, after Krishna leaves Nandagram, he comes here during the day, after 9 o'clock, and returns in the evening. And by the mercy of Govardhan, so many confidential pastimes are happening.
The Govardhan Hill is shaped like a peacock, and the neck of that peacock is Dangati. And as we know, necks are very thin, so there's a thin route that the gopis had to pass by when they brought their yogurt and butter. And when Krishna heard that the gopis were going to Govindakund through this very thin passageway, he immediately gathered his cowherd boyfriends in order to block the path of the gopis. The purpose of Krishna is described by Srila Prabhupada in the Chaitanya Charitamrita. That is, there's only Radha and Krishna. This is the Hare Krishna movement. Only Radha and Krishna are the complete absolute truth. But to increase the pleasure of that absolute, because the absolute truth is Atmaram, full of unlimited self-pleasure, to increase that pleasure unlimitedly, they have created Vrindavan, their associates, their different pastimes, and different holy places. So Krishna always looks for an excuse to speak with Radharani. Radha and Krishna are one, and that is the supreme, absolute pleasure, knowledge, and existence. So Leela-wise, that pleasure is obtained by their meeting. And as Prabhupada explained, their feelings of separation are simply as pushti, or nourishment for this meeting. So Krishna looks for any excuse to speak with Radharani to attain her association. Excuse to speak with Radharani and do so many other things with her. And so he finds faults. That is, he says, first you pay your fee. For example, on the Jamuna, he says, first you pay your fee to me, the boatman, and then you can go across. Or here also at Dangati, that you have no right to come across here with your butter and yogurt and other things. Of course, they were going for the sacrifice to please the sages.
Vaishnava Bhagavad Gita. Shirup Shisanatan Vatara Guna.